So you and I have a real benefit as real estate investors. We are realtors. We are real estate professionals. We're licensed to sell homes. That's a lot of what we do. But it also gives us a front row vantage point to the market, a front row seat. And gosh, I look on the MLS every day, and there are just a lot of deals to be had. And you and I can't take them all. There's a lot of investors out there trying to scoop these up, but some of them maybe the potential if it goes left untapped. And so you and I have talked a lot this year about how do we do bigger deals? How do we do more deals? How do we involve more people? We manage 230 properties for investors around the country. And there's a lot of contacts that we have. We know a lot of people that just have money sitting in the bank. And they want to invest in real estate in the most passive way possible. Some people just, here's some money. What can I do with it? Is real estate the right thing for me? But I don't want to be so involved, and I don't want to go, picking out a property and all these things. And so you're actually working on a really interesting deal right now that I think is worth telling people about, maybe spelling it out to them, how you've involved some people who really want to make a good return, but don't want to shoulder any of the pain points that owning real estate takes. Tell us about it.
Well, we've always been really careful to not partner with people. You and I have a great partnership. It works out. It's worked well for many years. We've dabbled in some partnerships when we flipped some building lots and bought some land before and a few other little deals. But we need to become experts in partnering with people and doing it in a way that is a win-win for everybody involved, of course, and preserves relationships with business relationships, personal relationships, and that sort of thing. And so, we're starting off small. We've come across a really neat property. There are two fourplexes, but they face each other, and it sort of makes a nice little eightplex community. Really nice buildings. And, quite frankly, you and I can do this deal ourselves, but it takes up quite a bit of our cash, about $400,000. So we can do this deal, but in wanting to expand and scale, I'm trying to bring in some partners. I was a little bit nervous at first to bring in some people to help fund this deal. And, the purchase price on this is, it's pretty big. It's $1.5 million. I mean, that's bigger than a lot of, the single family home deals that we've been working on. Sure. And so I was a little nervous to reach out to some of our contacts, but I tell you what, the response has been really great.
Yeah.
I've made some emails, some phone calls, and overwhelmingly everybody's been super positive. In fact, they've been really grateful that I thought about them when I've approached them about investing in this property. At the moment, for some people, the timing just wasn't right, but they said, please contact me in the future when you have your next deal. And so I was really encouraged by that. And I ended up making just a few phone calls to some people who have invested with us in the sense that we've helped them with their portfolio. I mean, one investor, we've sold them 4 or 5 homes. The other one, we've sold them 2. And they were thrilled for the opportunity maybe not to have to go through the loan process themselves and do the due diligence themselves and sort of have the hands-on requirements of some of the other investments they've done and just be able to invest passively and have an equity ownership position in this property. And so between 4 investors, we've raised $350,000.
Yeah.
And so we will be getting this deal with a $50,000 contribution from you and I. We always want to invest in these. I think it's kind of screwy to go in and say, hey, will you invest in this property and you're not putting any money in it. I think it shows that you have some belief that this project's going to work out when you're investing in it on your own.
Skin in the game.
Some skin in the game. So, we actually were able to come up with that $350,000 with a few phone calls very, very quickly. Now, I will be putting the loan in my name, and then we are forming an LLC. And once we close this, we'll transfer title from my name into the LLC, the partner, and we'll have an operating agreement. I'll spell out who gets what and how that's all going to work. And then I will be collecting sort of as a reimbursement these funds that I put in for the down payment and the closing costs. So ultimately, we'll leave about $50,000, and I'll probably fund a reserve account of about $25,000 to $30,000 as well. And so the idea is that we're going to raise some rents, do some fix-ups on this property. This is such a nice property. There's not a lot of opportunity to go through and
nice
remodel and rehab this property. So we're just going to let some time go by. We're going to make sure that we're keeping current on rents. Right now, they're renting below market value. We really feel like we can drive some value by increasing our income there. And I think it's a safe investment. These are 2 4-plex units, new. The maintenance is going to be very predictable on them. Just really solid units. And our investors are going to make a decent return on these. Now, cash flow for the first year is not going to be great because they have leases for the next year that are locked in at a little bit of a low price. But as time goes by, and we're looking at a 3 to 5 year term on this one, the rents are going to be able to be increased. We're going to start getting some decent cash flow. And then at the end, our strategy would either be to refinance out of that current loan and pay off our investors. So we'd be pulling cash out, paying off the investors, and then we would own that ourselves. Or we can sell that and pay off the investors. So somebody who's putting in a $50,000 or $100,000 investment is going to make some really good returns on that. One of the big, and I don't want to go too far into the weeds here, but one of the really great metrics is the internal rate of return. There's a complicated definition about what that means. But essentially, this is a return that factors in cash flows and time. Okay, so if I said, Justin, I've got a great investment. If you give me $50,000, I'll double it. You might say, that's a good investment, right? Yeah. But if I said it's going to take me 10 years to do it, it's probably not that exciting of an investment. So this internal rate of return, it factors in that time period. Sure. And so what we are predicting is that we'll be able to return a 16% internal rate of return to our investors. It's a very good return. It's very exciting, and I think it's very doable. And all these people are going to be doing really is writing a check to fund this deal. And I'm going to be, in contacting them on a very regular basis with updates and status reports and things like that. But these people, one of them is about to go on another LDS mission. That's one of the reasons why they want to do this passively. They don't want to do anything, other than provide some money. One of the other couples is very much hands-off as well. And so I think it's kind of an exciting first step into doing maybe some bigger deals or partnering with some people so that we can scale up.
Well, and that's where we started this conversation is it just kills me to see some of these amazing opportunities just come and go, and sometimes very quickly.
So many.
And we can't take them all, but I think we could sure take down more with a partner, with partners. And we're investing right along with you. If you're interested in partnering on investment, or you've got some money you would like to passively invest into real estate, come talk to us. I'm sure we could find something to do with those funds that would be really productive, certainly a lot more productive than sitting in the bank accounts. It's just amazing that some people really do have large chunks of money just sitting there in a bank account. Yeah. And that's just kind of too bad. Missed opportunities there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll be exciting. We're looking for more opportunities and looking for some more people to partner with. Yeah. And I think it's going to be, again, our goal is to create a win-win situation. As we're building wealth, we want to bring people along with us.
Yeah. Well, we're set up to do that. We can find properties, analyze these properties, we can close on them, and we can manage them long term. So I think we make excellent partners in that respect, and have a long track record of working with people. So
give us a call.